Good morning. I'm Mrs. Seema. I'm going to present the research on the topic of a cross-sectional study to assess the compliance of use of hand rub as a hand hygiene practice among the healthcare workers of ICU in a tertiary care hospital in Lucknow. This research was being done by ICU Update trainees. I was the guide and the author of this research. It has been published in the International Journal of Science and Research this year. As you all know that the nosocomial infections are increasing in all the hospitals, and it is leading to the increased mortality rates and financial burden to the organization. It happens because of the increased or the frequent contacts between the hospitalized patients and the healthcare workers in terms of carrying out diagnostic procedures, providing therapeutic care and direct patient care in ICU setup. Now we have to understand why there is inadequacy on the hand hygiene practices among healthcare workers. The reasons are as follow. First, fast turnover of the patients, inadequately trained staff available, lack of structured teaching programs on the hand hygiene practices, especially alcohol-based hand rubs, increased workload of patient care on staff, unavailability of the alcohol-based hand rubs, myths regarding the use of alcohol-based hand rubs, allergies to the alcohol-based hand rubs, the frequent life-saving procedures which are going in the ICU setup, and also the lack of condition training and reminder protocols of alcohol-based hand rubs among healthcare workers. According to WHO 2010, there was a lot of importance being given to the hand hygiene practices. The hand hygiene practices included hand washing as well as alcohol-based hand rubs. The alcohol-based hand rubs, which was effective, was containing 75% isopropanol or ethanol. The alcohol-based hand rub was equally effective in prevention of nosocomial infection among healthcare workers if until and unless the hands were visibly soiled with dirt, blood, body fluids, etc. Alcohol-based hand rubs are gaining importance over hand washing in ICU setup because these hand rubs are more effective and less time consuming. They are easily available in the vicinity and in the areas of increased workload. Hand washing is difficult to be practiced in the ICU setup because of the unavailability of the wash basins in nearby vicinity area of the patient care, and also there is lack of the clean water available for 24 hours, and apart from there, most of the times the soap is also not available for hand washing. The objective of this study is to assess the hand rub practices followed by healthcare workers in ICU in adherence to 5 moments of hand hygiene practices given by WHO. The assumptions are all professional healthcare workers, whether they are doctors, nurses or paramedics, are assumed to have awareness regarding 5 moments of hand rub as per WHO. The professional healthcare workers, by virtue of their knowledge, training and experience, are assumed to have better compliance towards the hand rub practices. They are also assumed to be well acquainted with hand rub practices in this tertiary care hospital, as there has been the display of posters on hand rub practices given by WHO, and the practice of reminder bells for following the hand hygiene practices are being done in this hospital. The methodology which was used is research approach used is quantitative and the research design used is cross-sectional. It was done in the ICU setup of a tertiary care hospital over 10 days. The sampling size included 50 professional healthcare workers, which was selected on random basis. Sampling method used was non-purposive by a single observer who collected the data from 9 to 10:30 hours in ICU setup. Inclusion criteria included professional healthcare workers who were registered under their respective councils and also who were available at that period of time. Exclusion criteria included the trainees, nursing cadets, nursing assistants undergoing basic training, and allied class 4 healthcare workers and professional healthcare workers who were not available at that period of time. The tool used was observational checklist using 5 moments of hand rub given by WHO. Statistical analysis used was descriptive study. The alcohol-based hand rub used was sterilium. The 5 moments were considered as opportunities and each moment was given a score of 1. The compliance was taken as adherence to these moments Missed opportunities were also recorded in terms of not following the adherence to these moments. The overall compliance rate of hand rub among all healthcare workers and compliance specific to each moment was also assessed. Now the 5 moments for hand hygiene practices include: first is before touching a patient, second is before clean and aseptic procedure, third is before after body fluid exposure is, fourth is after touching patient, and the fifth is after touching patient surrounding. So we have to follow the hand hygiene practices in these 5 moments given by the WHO in hospital setup. The checklist included the 5 moments of the hand rub, opportunities, adherence, and missed one. And the healthcare workers were observed by a single observer whether they were adhering to these 5 moments or not. If they were adhering to these 5 moments, then they were recorded in the adherence column, and when they were not adhering to these practices and hand hygiene practices, they were recorded in the column of missed one. The demographic data containing sample characteristics included age, professional qualification of healthcare workers, professional category of healthcare workers, and the service experience of healthcare workers. In the age, we can see that the 34% was among the category of 21 to 29 years of age, and 42 the maximum age of the professional healthcare workers who were doing the duty in the ICU setup was from 30 to 39 years of age. The professional qualification of healthcare workers, most of them were diploma and the postgraduate, and in the number of the professional healthcare workers, the nurses were more, they were about 60%, and followed by doctors who were 34%, and paramedical staff were 6%. In the service experience of the health workers, care workers, we can see the maximum percentage, that is 34% was seen among the healthcare workers who were having the experience of 6 to 10 years of their service. So we can see that they were all the professional healthcare workers, maximum were nurses, and they all were educated. Now the analysis and the results. Now in this we can see that the maximum compliance was seen in the paramedics who were ORS, followed by the nurses, that is 44%, and the least was observed 15% in the doctors. And now from this table we can see again the same thing, which we can see the compliance specific to each moment. The maximum 86% was observed before clean and aseptic procedures, followed by 58% among after patient contact moment, then was 27.9% after contact with body fluids, and the least of 10% was observed before the patient contact and before after touching patient surrounding moment. In the analysis of compliance of hand rub among healthcare workers specific to each moment in the doctors, nurses, and the paramedics, as we can see from this table that the 100% was seen, the 100% compliance was seen in the doctors in the moment of before clean and aseptic procedure. The maximum compliance of 82.7 was seen among the nurses in the moment of before clean and aseptic procedure, and in the paramedics of ORA category, the maximum 100% compliance was seen in the before clean and aseptic procedures as well as after patient contact. So we can record our major findings of the study as: in the study, the healthcare workers 50 were selected on random basis, and they all were professional and registered under their respective councils. 37% belonged to the age category of 30 to 39 years, and 60% were nurses, and 34% subjects were having 1 to 5 years of experience. As per professional qualification, 38% were postgraduates, 38% had diploma degrees, and 24% of subjects were graduates in their respective field of profession. The maximum overall compliance rate in relation to 5 moment was 34% among paramedics, 44% among the ORS who were paramedics, and they were diploma holders and practicing this infection control skills in their OT for a long period of time, and followed by the 44% compliance in the nurses, and the least was observed among the doctors, the nurses who were practicing nursing over there were diploma holders and graduates, and a large number of doctors were postgraduates. Thus, they all were knowledgeable, highly skilled, and had a good years of experience. So, the more compliance of 86% of such in the specific moment of hand rub, that is before clean and aseptic procedures, followed by 58% compliance in the moment of after patient contact among all healthcare workers were observed. After contact, compliance was observed as 27.9% among all healthcare workers, and the least compliance was observed in the two moments, that is before patient contact and after touching patient surrounding, that is 10%. Thus we can see that the knowledge is important for hand rub practices, but more important is to emphasize on the strict adherence practices to this alcohol-based hand rubs as per 5 moments given by WHO. In our studies, the increased workload was a barrier in the adherence to the 5 moments of hand hygiene practices given by WHO. The recommendation given is a study can be conducted using audio-video assisted program on promotion of hand hygiene practices in hospital setup. A regular reinforcement structured teaching program on hand hygiene practices, including alcohol-based hand rubs, should be carried out. A study can also be conducted to assess the knowledge, practices, and attitude of the healthcare workers on hand hygiene as per 5 moments of WHO, so as to advocate the use of the alcohol-based hand rubs in nearby future. Conclusion: the result of overall improved compliance of hand rub practices in paramedics over nurses and doctors was attributed to the decreased workload over them, in addition to the strict aseptic techniques which they were following in their operation theatre for a prolonged period of time. Thus we can see and conclude that awareness, knowledge, years of experience, and infection control skills of healthcare workers are surely affected, and will be affected in nearby future also if the increased workload of the patient care over nursing personnel is being overlooked. Thanks.